Hello, in the previous lesson we discussed meshes in theoretical way. In this lesson we are going to show you in practical way how much it's easy to generating mesh in Unity through C#. So let's our journey start. Hello, in Unity we'll start by a new project and we will call it Smart Asset. We'll take a 3D normal project and we will determine the locations and we'll create. Here I can say this code can be used in Unity 2017, Unity 2018, Unity 2019, Unity 2020. In general, this is general code. It don't have any special requirement. Okay, we'll start our project by creating empty object. We'll call it Hello Mesh. After we'll go for a project asset. In a project asset, we'll create a new folder. We'll call it scripts. And we will create a new C# code. We'll call it Hello Mesh. And we'll open it. Before we start coding, let's review quickly what we are going to do. In the next code, we are going to build a triangle since it's the basic shape of the geometry. And here's the steps how to do it. First, we are going to build or create an empty mesh object. Then we are going to create a vector-free array to assign 3 vertices or 3 points as discussed last time. The points we'll call it B0, B1, B2 as you can see here in the shape. Each point will represent a corner of our triangle. Then we will connect it together and it will be using an integer array. How to do this, what we are going to show you in the code. Then we will assign these data, the vertices, the vector-free arrays and the integer array to our mesh object, vertices and triangle. Then we are going to assign our mesh object to our mesh filter component at our game object. So let's go and see how it's doing. So let's create a mesh object. We are going to use mesh class from Unity classes. So mesh object. And in the start function, we are going to make the constructor mesh equal new mesh. Next step, we are going to now to assign the 3 points or the 3 vertices. We say we are going to use a vector-free array. So vector-free array. And we'll call it triangle corners. Now we can use it's equal new array and assign 3 points for it. Let's say new vector-3. See again new vector-3 and new vector-3, so we'll assign 3 points. First point will be 0, 0, 0. Second point will make it 0 and with x-axis, y-axis it will go 1 and the axis will continue 0. Third point we are going to use 1, 0, 0. So we have now the vector-3 and the triangle corners. Now to connect it, we are going to use reference for this point. Before do the reference, let's assign the vertices point to the mesh so we understand it. So in mesh we have, if we go in our mesh object, you can get vertices component, and we'll call it equal triangle angles, because this is our points we are going to shape our triangle. So triangle corners. Now here in the mesh component, we assign our triangle to the vertices, and with this is we have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3 assigned. In reference, in vertices we will call B0, B1, B2, or vertices 0, vertices 1, vertices 2. So this number 0, 1, 2 for each point assigned automatically to each point through the assignment of the vertices in the mesh. And we are going to use it to connect the points together. So to use it, we are going to build up an integer array. So let's say we have integer array. We will call it triangle. Shape. And it will be again quickly assigned a new, it will be 0, 1 and 2. These points integer, sorry, so we assign this reference. Now this point, it is reference for the location of the point in the vertices. So this is the point location 0, this is the point location 1, this is the point location 2. So our triangle will be made of the point reference 0, the point reference 1, and the point reference 2. So, and to assign it, we are going to mesh the triangle. And we will assign it the triangle shape. I think I make a mistake. Triangle shape assigned already. Now in these 3 steps, we create our game object. We are assigning the points, 3 points to our vertices. Now we connect the 3 points through triangle identification using the reference. So we are going to use point 0, point 1, point 2 through this array of the integers. Now our mesh is ready and already getting the data. So we need now to assign the mesh for we need to assign the mesh to our mesh filter component. Now to get our mesh filter component, we are going now to make a new variable. We'll call it mesh filter, and for short MF. And we need now to give it giving MF, that will be equal. We will get the component from our game object, which is mesh filter. Now we have reference for our mesh filter from our game object. Now we will get MF dot. Now in the mesh filter we have with the mesh filter we have dot mesh. We can get the component mesh filter dot mesh. And we'll assign our mesh to this mesh filter. And that's it. Let's go back now to Unity and see what is happening. So if we go back now to Unity, hello mesh, don't forget to assign the code to our object. So we'll assign our code. Then let's try play and see what is going to be happening. No mesh filter. This is a mistake. We discussed previously, to make anything visible inside the game mode, you have to assign for our game object two component, which is mesh filter and mesh renderer. So let's assign it now. We have mesh filter. Then let's assign our second component, which is mesh renderer. And now let's do play again. And you can see we have this nice triangle. If we zoom in it carefully, you will see it. This is the one. Congrats.